Oh!
Now that's what you're talking about.
Oh! God!
You fell me that time.
Yo, what's up? It's Harry Main. We are at Awesome. Today we're doing some work on my Mark 7R Golf. Whilst we're here, we thought we would take the opportunity to drive the Audi RS6 Awesome style and the BMW M2 with the race chip in it, both before and after the race chip. So we're gonna drive the M2 with the race chip and without the race chip. We're going to drive the BMW M2 with and without the race chip, and we're also going to drive the awesome Audi RS6. Let's go! Audi RS6, first time experience with the boss man himself.
So have you actually been out on an RS6 before?
Never.
Not in the
Never
C7?
been out on one, but there's no need for this car to sound as good as it does. Let me just say that.
Nah, I mean, we've obviously got we put the Miltech on it, because obviously his car's got the GPF. But we put the Miltech on it, and
ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it would be louder if we had the GPF off, but
I reckon it sounds good. I reckon it sounds like a. Imagine if there was a Tiger of the exhaust world. It's unbelievable.
That little. It's just a really nice burble, isn't it?
V8, twin turbo. So what was you saying before? There's no torque in the first gear.
Yeah, so basically we found some limitations in the calibration. So we've done quite a bit on this. First of all we did the race chip on the RS6.
Yeah.
So when we dynoed this car, it was 589 brake horsepower.
Nice.
So you see 600 PS. We took this to about 660 with the race chip.
Nice.
So designed that. We worked with race chip, obviously in Germany. Worked on our dyno, which is great for a tuning box.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
But obviously, it was always going to be that. Obviously, we wanted to actually do a proper calibration through the ECU to see what we can achieve with APR. So APR have got one of these in the States.
Yeah.
A European spec.
Yeah, they've only just landed in the States, haven't they?
Yeah, well, they've had theirs for a while.
Cops behind us. Yeah. We've got some nice visitors behind us, next door but one.
So they've had theirs on the dyno. We've had ours on the dyno. We found a bit of a limitation, but that's a story for another time. I'll tell you that later. So it took us back a little bit, yeah, we're now beta testing this stage 1 file. I believe Germany have been running theirs for a while as well, and on 99 this produced 715 horsepower. And we have limited it in first gear. So basically there's the torque limitations that they've made sure that are in, and the torque really comes in as it comes into second gear, and you'll feel that difference. So
feels amazing, this though. Faultless, like just solid.
Do you know it's a completely different car to the C7. The C7, you got in there and you felt that you were in, a real raw car.
Yeah, this one's nice and smooth,
it's smooth, it's refined,
engineering at its finest,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, and it's got rear wheel steer as well.
Has it? Yeah.
Yeah. So when you go around the corner, it literally.
Are you driving it in dynamic? Are you?
Yeah. And then as you see the suspension here, obviously it raises. So if we go into efficiency, you'll see it now raising the car.
Yeah, I got a bit more boaty, hasn't it?
Yeah.
No way.
And it's gone quiet.
Yeah. Sound better before, didn't it?
There you go. Let's have it back in dynamic, so it should be driven.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Unreal. Touchscreens are nuts as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like double touchscreens. Oh wow. This is quite silly, this car, isn't it?
Just making sure.
Oh, he's back behind you. Oh no, he's gone. 715 horsepower,
put a little bit of warmth into the engine.
Bit of warmth
first.
into it. 715 beasts. Right, well, I'm going to say I'm quite worried because that was warming it up and I felt pretty talky.
Well, she's
Felt like it had a bit.
She's up at 90 degrees.
Oh my.
It's smooth.
That is quick. I got a bit scared then, you know, in third. It wasn't until you hit like third. Obviously it rapid.
Yeah.
Second, switched into third then, and I was like, yeah, I'm not really.
Time to get you in the driver's seat.
That is quick. Got a bit floaty, didn't it?
Yeah.
You just feel it. Floating a bit.
We've just literally put the Michelins on this last night, so I've done about 50 miles on these Michelins. So I mean, obviously it's damp, but it'll be interesting to see how we go around this roundabout.
Oh.
It's not bad in the wet.
Big estate as well. Should slide. Should slide really, shouldn't it?
So I haven't done a launch in this at the moment.
Should we launch it?
No, not yet.
Should we, should we launch it? Oh my god. Is that fourth?
That was fourth.
You don't want to say. You don't want to say. Cut it out, Habib. What was that fourth?
Yeah.
It picks up, doesn't it? Keeps going.
Let's get you in the driver's seat, because that's what it's about.
It feels.
And it's not just about the power of this car, it's just the way that it feels and drives. And when you get into the car, when I first drove one of these, I connected with it within 5-10 minutes. It was just like, this is so easy to drive. Where some people are thinking, oh, you know, you're getting an RS6 and it's a bit of a, you know, a scary car. Well,
no, that was pretty scary. It goes pretty light, doesn't it? Oh wow. Is that like where you kind of go, oh wow, that was a fast car, and then it goes, oh no, I'm not done. I'm not done. That is ridiculous. That.
See, you go all the way.
Press, select a gear, press brake pedal.
Yeah, and then press that, and then.
Oh yeah, I see, on the side. Dynamic.
This.
Should we go sport? Oh. Jesus. That is borderline ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a lot of car, isn't it? Oh my god.
They can't see this, but
they can't see it. They can't see it. I was going to film it and show the GoPro, but it's more effort than
it's a complete overview of the whole car. So.
Oh my god. It's like a big boy's RS3, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it's like. Absolutely ridiculous. Nice and solid.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, you know, I think once you've driven this for 5-10 minutes, you just like, this is so easy.
Yeah, easy.
You know.
That feels like pretty gnarly. How long have you had it?
We got it in March, and then obviously lockdown came, so it was sort of off the road for a while.
Yeah.
And then we waited for the wheels to come.
Yeah.
So they came from America, so they got rotoforms on them. So it's, yeah, 2-piece rotoform.
Yeah, the wheels are borderline.
And then obviously we wanted to get it wrapped. So
yeah.
And then they went away for that. So it's just been doing it in bits and pieces. So
nice custom wrap. God.
Looks like you're going to have a bit of a nice clear road. Take it up to about 60.
Take it up to 60. He said. right out this corner, haven't you?
hard to the floor.
I'm not doing more than that. That is ridiculous.
Gets there, doesn't it?
Oh, it gets there. I'm gonna go manual. Oh, do you hear that? Oh! That is unbelievable. That's so crazy. This is me being a chav. This is me being a chav in a RS6. Oh wow!
It's got all the fun, hasn't it?
Unbelievable.
I mean, this is, you know, whichever way you look at it, it's an estate car. Look at the performance.
That is ridiculous. Oh! Just nearly got to bird. He missed.
He literally would.
It's the size of a lion. Wow. 10 out of 10.
I think you need to get out of the M2 today as well.
I do need to go out in that. That is a solid 10 out of 10 right there from me. I'm pretty overwhelmed by it. Not a lot of cars overwhelm me, but I'm pretty overwhelmed by this. Feels solid. Ridiculously quick. Oh, kind of hits power and speed that you can't really comprehend. By the time you look, you're there.
Yeah, when you're driving, you don't really want to look at the speedo.
Yeah, you don't want to look down. Yeah. Feels that on. Switched on is the best way to talk. It's like switched on. That exhaust sounds unbelievable. It's literally unreal.
It's not over the top as well. Nah. I mean, I've seen there's a lot of RS6 C7s that sound like they need a section 59. They're that loud, but
that's
this
unbelievable.
is just
pure quality. That sounds. It's lovely. What a car.
There's our Golf R there, look.
It's nice, isn't it? I'm going to spin this round. The people have a breakdown. This thing's ridiculous, isn't it?
And then you've got your RS mode on there as well, which gives you your G meter and stuff on there.
It's insane. Go on, tell everyone what this set you back.
New, this was 103,000. Yeah, straight from the dealership. It's got, obviously it's the carbon packed model.
What's it?
I think the Vorsprung is about 107 or 109. Comes with a pan roof, obviously it has the engine limiter taken off, etc. But that's no problem for us.
So nice. Amazing.
Has the soft limiter on it, so obviously you can't rev it fully out whilst it sits standstill.
Yeah.
Bit,
we could take it somewhere and bang it in neutral while it's moving.
That's what you need.
Unreal. Thanks for that, mate.
No problem.
Buzzing with that.
We've just been for COVID tests. We got cleared before.
That's actually a sensor over there, isn't it?
Yeah. So we went and got cleared before we fucking.
Yeah. Jesus. Okay, BMW M2. What are you saying on this thing? You've down tuned it for me, haven't you?
M2 competition. This is the race chip demo car. It does 500 horsepower. However, race chip's turned off. Because
you don't want me to crash it. Just tell the truth. Just tell the truth.
Yeah. It is Larry. It is powerful, and it is wet. And it's cold.
And it's greasy.
Yes. So it's best you just experience the M2 for an M2 car.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Because, well, listen, all you need to know is it wants to kill you.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. And it's rear wheel drive.
Yeah.
Obviously, because it's BMW.
Yeah. Tame the beast.
I'm not joking when I say this though. I don't actually know how to drive it forward because I don't know BMWs.
Okay. So you're in drive.
Okay. Sport.
That would give you manual.
Okay, I'll go manual.
Do you go manual?
Oh, would you not?
Okay. No, you go however you want. That's a handbrake.
And you're letting me drive this thing? Oh God. Okay, this will be interesting. Is this with traction on?
This is fully, yeah, fully traction on.
This is going to be awkward if I prefer BM over all the other stuff I've been buying for years. Have you been watching?
We need to get her warmed up to temp first before we...
Yeah. Well, it'll do me well to have a little... Feels good. Feels like a nice car. First reactions, BMW M2. Feels pretty rock hard, like good, in a good way.
Yeah, we had actually, it was quite funny, we actually had an issue with the engine. Nothing to do with anything that we've done on it, but it went back for warranty. But we had some suspension work done, and this when it was on track, and it was phenomenal. So this is actually now running back, everything fully stock.
Is it?
Yeah. So
what, suspension?
Stock suspension,
Feels nuts. So this is an M2 competition, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Which is like the beast mode one, isn't it?
Yeah.
This thing is... Oh. Wouldn't dare press go around this corner now. Probably need to go all the way down and back to get it to temp.
Yeah, and then we can see what she's like. But it will pull you. If you step out, it should pull you back in line.
It should. If you just keep it on.
Yeah. When you start pressing M1 and M2 buttons.
What are they?
It starts taking your traction away. And,
does it?
Yeah. And
we just leave that standard.
Starts giving you.
Where's the oil temp in here? You don't know either, do you?
I don't drive it that often. Let's have a look.
That's got to be a pretty good. All the people watching right now. That's got to be a pretty good problem to have, hasn't it? That you've got an M2 that you don't drive that much. You just walk past your Golf R, walk past your M2 to your RS6.
To the Range Rover.
To the Range Rover that you drive home, yeah.
And probably end up in the van or a courtesy car.
That's got to be a pretty good problem. What does that feel like to all the people watching right now? What's it feel like?
Oh, it's good. It's a nice place to be, but you know, obviously the cars are there for a reason. They're work
test
cars.
dummies.
You know, we get to take customers out, you know, for race chip. We get to take them out for APR or to experience an exhaust, you know, on the RS6. The Golf R is a racing line OEM plus car, so it's got every part that you can have from racing line goodies on there. So they're there to serve a purpose. But I come out the door, and generally I go over the 2011 Range Rover and do 70 mile an hour,
slipping onto the radar.
So yeah, but it is you know, it's nice to be able to be in a position to have cars that are there for you know, things like this, and people to experience them. So
okay, we're gonna try it on the straight first.
Yeah.
I'm not trying it on a bend. It's not a thing.
Go for it.
Oh God, it's lively, isn't it? It's lively, isn't it?
Now imagine it with another 100 horsepower for it.
Should we turn it on? You got it. Should we turn it on?
I think I'd have to take this thing. Has got a big connector box there.
Whoa! That's nuts, isn't it? It's pretty fun.
You like that?
It's pretty fun.
Imagine on.
Am I missing out on rear wheel drive?
I think you might be.
Do you think?
See, I love this car on a track.
I'm gonna do a little second gear pull. Or is that mine first? Where's the gears? Second. Oh my God, that is pretty good.
It's not bad. Not bad out the box, is it?
No, is that standard? No, it's not standard.
Standard.
That's standard car.
Standard car, yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Like I said, the race chip gives you another 100 horsepower.
I'm having a full scale meltdown in this seat right now. I'm just gonna let you know. This feels pretty crazy.
Let's go for it. Should be warm.
Oh shit! That was like 90 degrees or something. It's actually only like 10%, but it felt it. I'm gonna have to do that again because it didn't change gear.
And then imagine taking the traction.
It's a good car. Good car. I want to feel it in five. I want to feel it 500. You know
what you need is half an hour in this car.
Oh, I bet on a track it'd be like your whole life is just different. Once you've, can I go again?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not touching it on this corner though. Not a chance. They are. This is quick. This is a quick car. This. For what it is.
Let's get round the bend first.
I want to drive it like an Asbo though. I want low speeds, low skids.
We actually had it sideways coming out of there,
yeah.
Up the road. Yeah. Well, we had a driver come up. It was Ricky from LLF actually. He had it sideways going on there.
I want to try it in non-manual. Do you like it in manual?
No, I prefer it in
normal.
Yeah.
Like, how do I take it out of manual? Just is that in? That's it.
That's it.
Hey, Lamborghini, fellow Lamborghini owner. You alright, boss? Hey, this is a really nice car. It's fast.
Like it.
Should we turn it on?
No, I can go back and get it turned on if you want to do it.
Don't it kill me?
It's pretty, yeah, 500 horsepower.
Can we do a donut in the car park?
We can do that in the new building.
Yeah. Should we go in now?
They're bringing in with the keys later on, so we'll be able to just.
What is that going through right now? Is it?
Yeah. Well, it's already gone through.
Has it?
But I've obviously leased next door to the people room before.
Nice.
Just for a couple of months. So.
Unreal. Maybe I need an M2 in my life as a sidecar.
Ready?
There's no way I'm kicking it round this corner.
Go.
There's not a chance.
Go. No change. Keep going.
There's no way. That is ridiculous. That's a good car. That's a fast car. That's a fast car. Recording. Never get a minute these days, do you? Always on content.
It's got to be done, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
So, race chip back on, or on properly.
Handbrake again.
It wasn't actually on the car.
It wasn't.
No, he'd taken the box off. So
right, so
we loaned the car out. So customer had it for a while, so we didn't. Obviously, it was treacherous rain, so we didn't want to leave it on.
Yeah. Oh, we've got a pallet truck coming in here, I think. I know.
No, he's letting you go.
Lovely. So no way, so it can run 500 on its standard stuff, can it?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm not talking like internal. I'm talking like not even like a decat or nothing.
No, that's straight.
Oh,
yeah.
It's crazy. What would it go like stage 2 then?
We've never done one, so I don't think you need it.
I know.
I know people are, upgrading stuff and
always pushing for the next, aren't I?
Obviously, when the BMW workshop comes on and we've got the right staff and equipment, then
it's not that you're doing BMW.
It's something that's gonna grow very quickly for us and us to get more involved in it.
But it skids well easier now, doesn't it? Manual
selected.
M2.
No.
M confirm. No. Okay, so now it doesn't have any traction.
That was. Have you got M2 on or you're on M1?
I don't know. You're worried, aren't you? You're like, what's he got on here? Let's have a look before we drive off. How do you know? M1 off. So it's off. So it's on normal. 500 horse through like.
Try it in a minute.
Do you see me? Yeah, you see me. Oh God, that's lively. In here. We're in drive mode.
There's no handle. Nothing to hold on to.
Oh God, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to go back.
We're going to turn it off.
Crazy that thing, isn't it? What a car.
You want one now, don't you?
I'm not going to lie, honestly, it's changed everything. It's unreal.
You have to work the car. car. You know, you have to drive it rather than it driving you, which is.
I wouldn't ever want to drive it like over me Golf as a daily.
Yeah.
But I would love a track car. An M2 track car would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
Well, that's what I think I'm going to play with this. Is really want to get this onto track and learn more about the car.
Oh my god, that is ridiculous.
You feel it wanting to.
It's ridiculous.
So now imagine driving
with it off your deck. You'll probably be in like the railings over there.
There's no
like, oh, by the way, I'm going to look after you and put you back in place.
It doesn't want to look after you.
That's ridiculous.
It wants you to go sideways.
Oh my god, that's sick. That's unbelievable. Gotta go a bit slower here. How much is one of these?
I think they're about 45, 47.
I'm not that confident. I'm not confident enough to keep that on, even though I know it'll.
Yeah, but as long as you've got a more open road,
it'll sort itself out.
Yeah.
Oh God!
You fell in that time, didn't you? See how it wants to put that more power in.
What? Was you peeking out then as well?
No, I wasn't so bad.
That was a bit much, wasn't it?
Your eyes went.
Jesus. Note to self: if you ever get an M2, this is to anyone who hasn't got an M2, just get used to it without the 500 chip on for a bit. Then when you
have a few weeks with it, driving it normal, getting used to it, stepping out.
Honestly, I don't think you'd ever get bored of one of these. I think if you bought an M2, you'd have an M2 forever. That's my opinion. That is unbelievable.
It'll do that in third and fourth and spin.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll wait for this car, ongoing car. That's a crazy car. It's a nice drive as well. Like, it drives pretty smart, just as a standard.
Yeah. I love the seats. This M2 lights up at night as well.
Does it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, that's all you need.
Yeah. Nice bit of kit, isn't it? Jesus. That did put the fear of God in me before, though. Just because we were like, what's this, M1?
Get on the straight.
So is it different grades of traction then, is it? Jesus. I'm not going to touch it on this bed.
This will let you step out a little bit and try and bring you back in line.
Try and bring you back. I like what you did there.
And the other one,
we'll just go. You're on your own.
You're on your own.
Look after yourself. You pick the car.
You're either going that way or that way.
Want to go manual? No, I shouldn't go manual, should I?
No.
That is crazy. What a crazy car. A45 there. M2.
Confirm. No traction.
Woo! That's what we like.
As long as you can keep it straight, you can keep the power in.
Should we turn it around?
Yeah.
M2. Do they all have this M1 and M2, or is it just the competition that has that?
I've not driven it. I've only driven the competition, so.
Oh!
Now you're talking.
Now we're talking. That's what you want. Woo! That's a good car. Yeah, here we go. A45 contender wants to play with an M2. It's not a thing.
It's waiting for you there, isn't it?
That is ridiculous. You really would know how to drive properly. You'd have to know how to drive properly.
Yeah, I always said, for me, when I first got this, it was like, you know what, I didn't really enjoy it because coming from the cars that we come from in the VAG world, then, you know, it really is about you're able to understand them cars and be able to apply the power, and you know what you're going into when you go into a corner or on a straight. When I got this, it was like, oh my god, you know, back to the old days of rear-wheel driving in the 1980s when I was driving, and I haven't been driven them cars for a long time. But I really absolutely connected with it when I took it on track, and I think for me to really become.
You're reining it in right now because your BM garage isn't ready, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know what you're doing. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's gonna. I'll tell you what, the future's gonna be fun. There's no doubt about it.
Nice, mate. You've got to grow, haven't you? You've got to keep the vision alive, haven't you? I can see that you're passionate about the BM stuff. I can just see it in you. You're loving it.
I've got a lot to learn. There's no doubt about it. We've all got a lot to learn, you know, and we've got to bring some really good key people into the business as well.
Yeah.
But they've got to be the right people with enthusiasm. You know, it's all about that. So.
What's that, innit?
Revs up, doesn't it?
I think this car would catch me out in between the changes. It's where it goes a bit like, a bit light, doesn't it? And then that's when you lose it, and then
it's when that power comes in, and then it you know, this will spin at a very high miles per hour, which can catch you out a little bit as well.
Yeah, it's nuts. I'm gonna pull it in here because it's quite busy behind us. Back out this estate where it's dead. It's the first time you drive an M2, you just don't need to be in front and behind traffic, do you?
No, you don't want to see someone make that mistake.
Lively this thing, isn't it? Here we go. God. Oh, Jesus. Oh!
Now that's what you're talking about.
Right, that'll do. I'm going to crash it and carry on. That is good. Good. Oh, look at this guy. That's a good car. Oh, that's a good car.
When you keep that power in, and then it changes gear, and you still got that slide on.
Get yourself in trouble fast in one of these, though. Get cocky.
That's the problem. And of course, if you're driving it in a little bit of anger, or you're getting too giddy, then you know it can very quickly catch you out. So you have to be pretty smooth with it.
I'm just not sure I'm supposed to look this as much as I do today. Getting mods done to me go hard. Nah, the Golf's the beast. The Golf is the daily. Fast, daily, sick.
Yeah.
Ticks all the boxes. The M2 is the car you get out your garage and go and do a track day in. And you'd have the best day ever.
If you wanted some frustration, or wanted to feel, you know, being slightly aggressive in a car, this is the one.
Yeah. At 500 horse, it's just playful. Best way of putting it, playful.
But you can feel the difference, can't you?
It's unbelievable. If someone said to me right now, do you want the RS6, the M2, or a GTR? I'd take the M2. Honest, the size, how it feels. What I would probably do is get the RS6, sell it, and get two M2s. The RS6 is different. It's a different car, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a different car. Both a pair of cars. That's ridiculous. It's just unreal. Are you leaving this chip on it?
Yeah, I'll leave it on. Yeah.
Jesus. That is lively. Bet you love this thing, don't you?
I do. I don't drive it as much as I should, really.
One may think.
I mean, I can't even remember what the mileage is on it. What does it say?
Sometimes you have to do them on. Don't say. Sometimes you have to switch the trip, wherever that is, while it's off.
Oh, there you go.
7,000 miles. And you're letting me do that, innit?
I've had 2 years.
Have you had 2 years?
Yeah.
Not a bad problem to have, is it, guys?